In this video, we're going to focus on converting numbers between mixed numbers and improper fractions. So before we start converting between mixed numbers and improper fractions, let's review what these actually are. So a fraction with a larger number in its numerator is called an improper fraction. So these numbers are just fractions, but whatever's in their numerator is larger than their denominator. So for example, 5/4, because the numerator is bigger than the denominator, it is an improper fraction. 12/7, again, numerator is larger, improper fraction. 8/3, numerator is larger, improper fraction. So those are what improper fractions look like. Those numerator numbers are larger than the denominator. Now, we can rewrite any improper fraction into what is called a mixed number. And a mixed number is basically what it sounds like. It is mixed with an integer and a fraction piece. So for example, the mixed number version of 5/4 is 1 and 1/4. That's a mixed number. 12/7 would be 1 and 5/7. 8/3 would be 2 and 2/3. And what we're going to focus on in this video is how do we convert between improper fractions and mixed numbers and go between the two, because they both have their benefits. They both have times where they're better than the other, and we want to know how to convert and utilize both types of numbers. So here we're going to start by rewriting the improper fractions into mixed numbers. So here I see 17/7, which to me is a little confusing, but let's draw that out based on what we know about fractions. So here if I draw a circle, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 7 pieces there. So that'll cover 7 of the 17. We then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 more pieces there. So that covers, so this is 7. This gets us to 14. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we go through and actually color in what 7/17 looks like, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3. So that's what it looks like visually. The mixed number version of this is 2, because we have 1, 2 full circles, and then we have 3/7 left in that last pie. Now, a different way to think about this, depending on how your brain works, is you can think, well, 7 goes into 17 2 times. So that's where that 2 out in front comes from. 2 times 7 is 14. So I would need 3 more 7ths to get me all the way to 17/7. So you can either use the math trick on the side, or you can draw out the picture. Either strategy is fine with me. So now if you look at this next example, we have -8/3. Now don't let this negative confuse you. Just remember that your final answer is going to be a negative. That's really what that negative is telling you. So let's worry about the 8/3 piece first. So if we draw this out, we have, there's 3/3, there's 6/3, and there would be 9, which we don't quite need 9. So if I go through and I count, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So when I look there, I have 1, 2 full pies, and then I have 2/3 left over in the last one. Now, because this was a negative to start, my answer will be negative at the end. So you put that negative back in at the very, very end. Now the trick to doing this, just like I did up above in that last problem, is 3 goes into 8 2 times. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then I would need 2/3 more to get me to 8. So we can see where the 2 comes from, and then that 2/3. Now this last one I'm just going to use the little math trick for. So here I know that because of this negative, my final answer is going to be negative. So now I can focus on the 52/5. I know that 5 goes into 52 10 whole times. So I'm going to have 10 full pies, and that will get me all the way to 50. And then I would need 2/5 more to get up to 52. So this would be -10 and 2/5. So now we're going to think about this in reverse, and we're going to take our mixed numbers and we're going to write them into an improper fraction. So remember, this 2 out in front is telling us that we have 2 full pies, and we know that they're being broken up into 7 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I have 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Excuse my bad drawing, sorry about that. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces here, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more pieces here, plus the 3 pieces that are left in that final pie. Well, 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 3 is 17. So we would have 17/7 in our improper fraction version of that mixed number. Now the other trick that you can use is you can do 2 times 7. You can take 7 times 2 there to get the 14 pieces, and then just add on that 3 as well, as if you would like. So there's 2 different strategies that you can use. Now here in part B, remember this negative is simply telling us that our final answer is going to be a negative. Now here I know that I have 4 whole pies with 9 pieces in each, so I have 4 times 9, which is 36. And then I have 2 additional pieces in that last pie, which I can see right here, so it'd be 38. So I'd have -38/9. And then finally, in this last one here, I see that it's positive to start, so I know that my answer is going to be positive. Then what I can do from here is say, well, I have 3 whole pies with 5 pieces in each, so 3 times 5 is 15, plus the 4 that are in that last pie, so I have 19, so my improper fraction would be 19/.